Hey, happy Saturday. This is Minding Your Business with the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce. Our first guest today, Nardi Lopez, City of Palmdale, and you are special assignments.
Yes, I am.
Special programs.
Yes, I am.
Right now, we're talking about is Census 2020.
Census 2020, a very important subject and topic.
And that's coming up.
Yes, it is. It is just a few months away. April 1st, 2020 is Census Day.
Why does the City of Palmdale get so involved in the census?
Well, the City of Palmdale, and actually, the census is important for our nation, our state, our county, our cities. Everyone needs to be counted or should be counted. Census is it is very important for all the population of the United States.
In every category, every person.
Every person.
Young and old.
Young and old.
Important.
Is of importance. Yes, everyone that lives in the United States on April 1st, 2020 is counted.
Gotcha. And this year we're trying to do everything online?
Yes, the Census, U.S. Census Bureau has made some changes, and this is the first time around that the census will be done online. And so informing the public that they are able to fill out the form, the questionnaire, on their cell phones, their computers. They can actually call it in as well. They're going to be able to call in if they don't have access to internet and fill out the form via telephone as well. There's going to be some centers identified as Census Action Kiosk locations, where if people do not have access to internet, computers, devices in their own home, they can go to these sites within their communities and fill out the form as well.
What are the special challenges that the City of Palmdale faces?
Well, I believe it's not just the City of Palmdale. I think it's in all jurisdictions. There's questions about confidentiality, which it's very important to know that the census is confidential. It is private, it is confidential. The U.S. Census Bureau does not release information that people provide on their questionnaire to anyone. By law, they cannot do that. Another challenge is people knowing that children count. It's very important to count the children in your household. A lot of the resources, funding that comes through the census count is Head Start programs, school lunches, healthcare programs, and children benefit from those. So it's very important that if you have a 1-week-old in your household on April 1st, 2020, please count them.
So that we don't have too many duplications midnight or the day before April, the end of March, that wherever you're standing that day, that's where we need to count you.
Yes, and actually the form is going to be made available sometime in March, closer to the end of March, because it is electronic. They are going to open up the access to that, so people are going to be able to start filling out the form. The thing is making sure that you count everyone that lives in your household during that period of time. They're going to be mailing out, and the U.S. Census Bureau will be mailing out a notice to all residences, households, letting them know that they have an assigned household number, which can be used to fill out the form. It's not mandatory that you use it. You will be able to fill out the form without having your household number, but the household number will help identify that household has been has filled out their form.
That way someone's not going to have to come knock on the door.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And that will help with that. And also, so filling out the form with, let's say you have a household that has 2 families living within that household, both families can be counted on one questionnaire. If they identify the household number, if not, by the address. but ensure that you count everyone. If you have your parents living with you, if you have your grandparents living with you, if you have a cousin living with you, and also something that's very important as well, your citizenship status does not matter.
Wow.
You count whoever is living in your household.
Wow. So they are residents.
Correct.
Yep. So we're not too concerned about
No,
paperwork and all that.
no. The U.S. Census Bureau doesn't have, that's not part of the questionnaire.
Yeah.
There is a lot of information available on the Census Bureau's website about why the questions are asked, which questions are asked. They do have a sample questionnaire on there that people can review. They have information about the programs that are funded through the census count. It also provides information, about that the census is, mandated. It's something that happens every 10 years.
It's been going on for 200 and something years.
Correct.
Yep.
The confidentiality of it, the importance of counting your children and counting everyone. It also has information about the census is not just, the funding of programs, and it's also it accurately determines how many representatives each state has in Congress and informs the redrawing of congressional district boundaries. It's used as the basis for distributing more than $675 billion in federal funds annually to states, counties, and communities to support resources such as schools, hospitals, fire departments. It informed business decisions, policy, community initiatives, and consumer advocacy. So it's very important, and it's us having a voice, right? Counting everyone, being counted. You are ensuring that your community that you live in is will receive the appropriate funding for the programs that your community needs. I was thinking of an example one time that, let's say, someone that has the need of using access transportation, right? We do have individuals that aren't able to drive, or they have a disability or an illness that and they don't have no one to take them to their appointments, and they use that service. Well, let's say that's one of the programs that it could be funded, and so let's say we have 100 people that need the service
That qualify.
Yeah. But only 50, right, are counted. The funding that's coming in is representative of 50 people that need, but you have 100. The 100 are still going to require the service,
right?
So it actually diminishes, lowers and reduces the funding that is available. So it reduces the resources for everyone, and so those are the things that are important that we focus on when the form comes. It just takes a few minutes, fill it out and help our community, help your, receive the funding and the programs that so many need.
What do you think the percentage of completion is going to be? 99 point something?
Well, we are hoping it's 100%. We are hoping, as a city community, we are, going to be pushing forward a very intense outreach program in the next few months. We will be out there. We have already started. We've been at community events. We've been reaching out, working with the school districts, with different community-based organizations, with, our boarding cities. We've been with businesses, with county agencies and everything, so that we can have a message out there that's very strong and that reaches everyone, in all languages, all cultures and everything, that they are aware of the importance of the census and that everyone participates and understands the importance of being counted.
I think the kids at school will probably be one of your best bets.
Yes, and actually the state of California, the Department of Education, along with the county, has created a curriculum that has been introduced to the schools so that they can implement into their history lessons, etc., to educate our youth on the importance of census, and that they can be those messengers as well to go to their homes and let their parents know that it is very important to fill out the form. The city of Palmdale is also going to be putting together a Census Goodwill Ambassador training that we will, if anyone that's, wants to participate in being a messenger of Census 2020 information, can attend that training and learn all the important information. They want to have an event, if their organization wants to have an event to promote census, that would be a good way to obtain information, and also to allow the city to collaborate with them on providing material and stuff that can be used at their events to give the information.
And so I think that's what you were thinking I was going to do.
Yeah.
Be a bit of an influencer.
Yes,
But
I appreciate very much.
there's going to be jobs available
There-
and volunteers and
The U.S. Census Bureau has jobs available, and they can be accessed at www.2020census.gov's jobs. And there's a lot of enumerator positions, a lot of field jobs available, and the U.S. Census Bureau is pushing very rigorously to hire a lot of people. So there are many jobs up there.
and this is a job that's going to go on for 2, 3, 4 months.
Yes, and some, the rate is very good. Enumerators, I believe, are about $18 an hour. It's good, good for your resume.
Keep them off the freeway.
Correct.
Well, we just have a couple of minutes. In fact, we are done for now, but I'd like to have you back. Talk a
I
little
would
bit more
love
about
to be
this.
back.
Got to get the word out.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
we've been chatting with Nardi Lopez, City of Palmdale, talking about Census 2020. Yep.
Yes, and I would actually like to provide my contact information if anybody has any questions. If I don't have the question, I will make sure that I find a person that can respond to the question, and I can be reached at the City of Palmdale, and that's 661-267-5177, or by email, nlopez@cityofpalmdale.org.
Nardi Lopez, thank you.